others' comfort zones. For example, silently avoiding topics that cause pain can be a way to protect feelings.
Oh, I did
But
it.
when used to control or limit others unfairly,
That's true.
these silent signals become a way to manipulate and restrict freedom without accountability. Recognizing invisible permission slips requires paying attention not only to words, but also to actions, tone, and body language. Understanding these silent signals can help people see when they are being limited unfairly and open a chance to talk about what is really happening. The key to dealing with invisible permission slips is communication. Bringing what is silent into words can clear up misunderstandings and make relationships healthier and more open. In summary, invisible permission slips are subtle ways people set limits on others' actions or thoughts without saying it directly. These quiet rules shape behavior and feelings, often without anyone realizing it. Learning to spot and talk about these invisible limits helps break down walls and build better, more honest connections with others. The exit threat. Sometimes in relationships or groups,
Maybe my
people
phone.
use the idea of leaving or cutting ties as a way to keep power or control. This kind of behavior is called the exit threat. It happens when someone hints, or even says directly, that they might leave if things don't go their way. This threat is a way to pressure others to behave in certain ways or give in to demands. Even though the actual leaving might not be something they want to do, the exit threat works because connection and relationship, negotiation or understanding. It puts the focus on fixing the immediate crisis rather than healing the relationship's root problems. The repeated use of exit threats can also lead to emotional exhaustion. Constantly worrying about someone leaving creates a state of hypervigilance, always on alert, always anxious. This stress impacts mental health, making it harder to think clearly or respond calmly. It becomes difficult to trust either the relationship or your own judgment. Sometimes, people who use the exit threat aren't fully aware of the damage it causes. They may believe that threatening to leave is the only way to get their feelings heard, especially if they've felt ignored or dismissed before. Their frustration and pain come out as threats because they don't know how else to express themselves or believe that genuine connection is possible. For those on the receiving end, it's important to remember that you are not responsible for someone else's threats or emotional manipulation. While relationships require effort and compromise, no one should feel forced into decisions out of fear. Others unknowingly. Have you ever laughed at a joke you didn't really get? Or nodded along in a conversation even when you disagreed? You might think it's harmless, but your brain is playing a subtle trick on you. A trick called social proof. It's everywhere, shaping choices, opinions, and even actions without you realizing it. And the crazy part, it's not new. Humans have been wired to follow the crowd for thousands of years, long before social media feeds and viral trends. Social proof is simple. When we're uncertain, we look at others and copy them. Walk into a packed restaurant versus an empty one. You're drawn to the busy place because your mind assumes if everyone's here, it must be good. That assumption seems logical, but it's actually an invisible nudge steering your behavior. It's a shortcut your brain uses to save energy, but it also makes you highly suggestible. It's not just restaurants. Social proof infiltrates almost every decision. On social media, hundreds of likes on a post make you more likely to like it too, even if you don't care about the content. Viral trends catch fire this way. One person starts, others follow, and soon, an entire network is doing the same thing. Your brain often trusts the crowd more than your instincts. Interestingly, social proof doesn't require conscious thinking. You can mimic others without realizing it. Ever adopt a friend's gestures or speech patterns during a conversation? That's mirroring. Social proof works similarly on a group level, a subtle pressure to align with the majority. It's context dependent. When people feel uncertain, Anxious or inexperienced, they rely on social proof more. Tourists in a foreign city following the crowd to a coffee shop, or someone unsure about a new fashion trend copying others, are examples. Your brain says, better safe than sorry, follow the majority. Marketers and influencers exploit this. Bestseller or trending now labels are triggers,